sorry for the delay, but we bring you the winners match. In fact, unfortunately, Canadian player Legend has not made it. He still has have some time to turn up and face Penguin, but for now, we bring you these two players. First one, or the winner of this set, advances onwards to the round of 16, and the first contender for that is the pink Terran up in the top right-hand corner, representing My Insanity. It is Smile.
And his opponent in the bottom left-hand corner, representing ESC Gaming, hailing from India, the Blue Zerg, DemiLove. And I understand, Mr. Chickenall, sir, you have a quite carefully calculated statistic from a Ligulac to represent us today.
Yeah, I do, but I'm actually not going to share it because I think that would spoil the outcome of the match.
It would.
I will say that I believe you actually were talking to My Insanity's Penguin, who we witnessed playing this last match, about his thoughts on his group here, and he said that the only player he was actually afraid of was DemiLove.
Yeah. I was really surprised by that. I was expecting a Smile or Legend, but we did get Legend Korea mixed up with Legend from Canada. So interesting there. I'm not sure that one, but definitely was thinking Smile. Probably afraid of Smile, but we'll have to see what's coming out. We do see from Smile very common Reaper Fast Expand, which, I mean, I think actually every game I've casted tonight so far, every game I've casted in the past like 4 or 5 days, the Terran has gone a Reaper Fast Expand. There was a lot of them in a previous Vanguard League. But then from DemiLove actually going Pool before Hatch, so we'll have to see how that works out for him. Pretty standard so far.
Yeah, Pool before Hatch, and he's got his gas up as well. So looks like we're going to have a fairly nice fast speed out of DemiLove, and he could use this to put some pressure onto this low ground expansion out of Smile, but we'll have to see. His speed isn't going to be done for a good while yet. Pardon me, he just has enough to start researching it now, and there it is. So yeah, it shouldn't be that much damage done.
Most definitely. 4 Lings should be able to hold it off. Maybe not kill the Reaper, but definitely won't do that much damage in this position. The Queen just getting out right now for DemiLove. Does the first inject, and now pretty much DemiLove is in a fine position to hold off this first Reaper. And off the back of this, as we saw from the previous 2 games, Smile going into Factory, probably going into that kind of tank Marine play now. He hasn't gone for the second Vespine Geyser yet, so I'm very curious if he's going to do the Hellbat play early on or just do some sort of tank Reaper, or sorry, tank Marine, but we'll still have to see here quite early on.
Yeah, definitely early days of the game. And oh my god, this Reaper's actually going to go down. That Reaper, that Queen logo does manage to take it out. Man, that's a lot of blood splatter. But this is quite important because normally the Reaper survives for a little bit longer to start confirming things like lair timings and stuff like that. So Smile's going to be playing a little bit more in the dark against DemiLove here. Not going to quite have so much an idea what's coming out of him. But, I mean, that'll matter more if DemiLove goes for anything especially tricky or crazy. And his lair going down is a little early, yeah. So, I don't know. We'll see what comes out. I'd expect to see a third base if he's going to go for one fairly quickly. But I have a feeling he might be going for a 2-base Spire play here.
Yeah, I was actually going to agree with that. 2-base Spire, 2-base Heavy Roach, but still pretty much hasn't shown his hand yet. Obviously, you wouldn't need layer for the Roach, but not going up to 4 gas yet, so we'll have to see out of there. And still from Smile, sending the Hellions out to take the Zelnaga Tower, but pretty much Smile is blind right now because that first Reaper was taken out. DemiLove taking the 4th gas right now. And Smile really is going to want to poke up into this natural, but really it looks like the natural should be fine defended. He just to be DemiLove to be a little bit careful about not letting him up that ramp, but he should be okay for now.
Yeah, he should be all right. And one Queen can actually block off a ramp against Hellions, so I don't imagine DemiLove will have too much trouble. Of course, he does have that little extra vision afforded by Creep and his Overlord that spots these Hellions right here. So he's going to know if they're starting to dive towards his natural and his ramp a little suspiciously. And there's that Spire on the way. Baneling Nest as well, I feel, is just like more for safety than anything, because obviously if you get hit by Hellbats, sure, they will eventually all die to Mutalisks, but I mean, it's a similar sort of cases in ZVZ, wherein the Hellbats or Roaches in ZVZ will do more damage than the Mutalisk can really make up for before they die. But for now, nice little pick from Overlord by Smile, and he is going to be morphing in those Hellbats, and 11 Banelings already on the way for DemiLove. So good little call by him there. He saw what was on the way and has reacted fairly properly as well. A nice split here. The Baneling's going to come in and as much damage as they can. And they will kill off quite a few of these Hellbats. And just 3 left now. The Medevac gets posted down as well. Not too much trouble holding this for DemiLove, and it will get pushed off.
Literally, that wasn't even pushed off. That was destroyed. Not a single unit got out of there. I saw Armory going down early on for Smile, so okay, probably going to be some heavy Hellbat push, but I was expecting maybe to go for the main. And he actually didn't. Went for that natural, and even if he did push even more into the natural, that Spinecrawler still is up. No, we don't have any transfuses, though, so I'm quite surprised by that. Literally completely pushed off. DemiLove now getting out 5 Mutalisks, trying to push that, trying to push the advantage he's just taken, sending his Lings around, trying to make sure that nothing too crazy is coming out of Smile. But right now with Smile, actually, he will be going Banshee, getting out Cloak again, playing essentially the same style he's played in the previous games, going to go kind of bio-tankish. But these Banshees really, in the previous games we saw in TVZ, the Banshees worked really well because there just was no air, there was no Hydralisk, nothing that could touch these Banshees. But in this case, they will be completely prepared. The Mutas will be ready. DemiLove should be ready once he gets an Overseer out. And he does.
Yeah, the Overseer is with those Mutalisks, but of course, without the speed upgrade for the Overseer, Banshee should be about to see speed it. But DemiLove actually misses a trick there, and actually could have had a chance to take out the Banshee, but instead the Banshee will get a chance to try and take out him. Not so much if it flies over a Spore-Crawler, though. Bit unfortunate control there for Smile. And now the Mutalisks are going to get into the main base of Smile. There is a missile turret, but they could try and pick off some stuff. I mean, not many Mutalisks, though, so they shouldn't really do that much damage. They're going to kill things quite slowly.
Yeah, most definitely. He's got to be very careful about how he pushes in now. He can deny a third base for a while, especially with the creep he's got. But right now, I don't think it's that wise for him to try to sacrifice those mutas to go in for some kills. Definitely a lot of units that can take him out. We do see in the main right now, throwing down double Evo chambers, so getting his upgrades up, getting air upgrades actually. Or actually, no, not getting air upgrades, getting ground upgrades for now. Getting an extra macro layer. Or sorry, not macro layer, macro hatch. So I'm really curious to see what he's going to transition to ground-wise. He's now on to 6 gas, so I mean he's gonna be able to go essentially whatever he wants to now. I would say air, but he's not getting any air upgrades, so I'm very curious about his ground. Or actually, he's getting air upgrades, but he's also getting the ground.
Yeah, I think just a pretty normal Ling Bane Muta style out for him. He's getting all the upgrades for it with the Baneling speeds, attack on the Mutalisks, and attack and defense on his ground units. Of course, this is a little late because that's what happens when you invest so much gas into Lingbane Muta in the fast Mutalisks in early on, because everything else you want to spend gas on is a little bit later. His Overlord speed as well will be really nice because that'll help the Mutalisks. Obviously, the Overseer will then keep up, or almost keep up with the Mutalisks. It's only like 0.25 slower or something in terms of speed, and then they won't just fly over Widow Mines heedlessly, and you can chase down Banshees a lot better with them. Right now, though, DemiLove is actually going on the offensive towards Smile's third base.
Yeah, definitely. Even if there was those Widow Mines, there are none right now, and it's only Marine and 1 Hellbat. So I'm very, very worried for Smile. Definitely, he will be able to take out this Mutalisk composition, but these Banelings will hit hard, and they do have Baneling speed, so this is not going to look good for Smile. Engage hitting quite well, getting not actually getting too many good hits yet, and it does look like that army should be cleaned up, though. A couple more Marines fighting back, 1 Marauder taking actually 3 Baneling hits. This is kind of strange. Looks like the medevac did help it, though.
But fantastic movement by DemiLove, just trying to lure Smile out of position a bit with those Mutalisks. And Smile absolutely took the bait. He went way too far up that little avenue, and then DemiLove just came in with all his Lings and Banelings and did decent damage to Smile. However, not too much economic damage. They traded armies a little bit. Smile still has that third base, though it hasn't landed yet. It's just been delayed a bit. And he still has most of his STVs. Not too many went down in that attack, so it looks okay.
Yeah. Only 5 workers have been killed for Smile right here. DemiLove will be taking a 4th. And right now, Smile successfully getting down his third, but he had it ready a lot earlier, actually getting down 5 meals at that third right now. And for Smile, his production is pretty good just about now. He finished up a couple more barracks, which will really help him in this position. And he's going actually, he's not doing as many reactors as he did in the in the second game we saw, he actually had 5 reactors on, so pumping out 10 Marines at a time. Looks like DemiLove's Mutas will be heading into the main again, and they should be able to deal with this missile turret when they want to.
Yeah, not too much trouble. That's going to go down, and he can start focusing down SCVs, missile turret in the main base as well. He will get it eventually, but it's slowing him down quite a lot, and that repair is a bit strong. He has to run away when those Marines come in.
Oh, Marines trying to stem forward to take out these Mutas, but they look like they will just barely get away. And nothing. Oh, I was going to say maybe going for the third, but they will decide to go for the supply depot. Taking out one supply depot, trying to go for the second supply depot. They really don't want to, though. Just barely getting around that. Just barely getting around those missile turrets. But I really think they actually should have gone for that one missile turret, because the SCVs only one of them or two of them could repair it at a time for a little while there.
Yeah, maybe. I think he just wants to get out as fast as possible, because if you get trapped in that kind of area between the main and the natural and the third base with your Mutalisks, then I mean you can be kept in there pretty efficiently by a couple of missile turrets and a few Marines, and that's not really where you want several supply of Mutalisks to go. Where is it? 30 supply of Mutalisks now up to actually nearly 50, 48 supply of Mutalisks. That's quite a few Mutalisks.
Yeah, I really like the style from DemiLove just in any case, because in most situations, in almost any matchup, at least Terran is being the dominant aggressor and has a lot of map control, but the Zerg in this position, DemiLove, is taking a lot of map control, making a lot of Banelings right here, and he does have Baneling speed and Link speed, so he's going to come in very, very fast here. Mutas engaging on the right. Banelings aren't quite there yet, actually kind of stuck behind these Lings, but these Mutas will be engaging the Hellbat and a couple of Marauders right there, and they will push that back. Some nice Baneling hits, but not actually too great here. A lot of the Marines still alive. Looks like DemiLove will have to pull back from right now, but 48 Lings being made, so he may remax and just go for a really big attack, but DemiLove actually needs to pull back. 3 missile turrets, but now he's kind of stuck between these Marines, and I'm kind of worried for him. Oh, ooh, very tough position.
Yeah, losing 1-2 Mutalisks there, but it looks like he will get out with most of them. I think 1-2 more may go down, but no, he's gone down, and a drop from Smile actually in the main base killed a few.
Just a couple of Hellbats.
Yeah, it was a Hellbat and 4 Marines, if I remember correctly. I saw it moving out, but yeah, overall kind of trading down a bit. But Smile he's now looking a little bit low on workers, only sitting at 44. I mean that's kind of a little bit low even for Terran in the late game, where they're kind of boosting their income with mules. But in this sort of mid-late game stage, it's definitely very low. He's going to be kind of slow on the remax, but currently he does have the stronger army, or at least in terms of supply.
Yeah, most definitely, and this is really interesting out of DemiLove just being super, super Baneling heavy, and normally you would see a lot of Banelings, but not as much. Very nice concave by Smile. We do see the Mutalisks engaging from behind, taking out these Marines, but I don't think they did enough with the Baneling hits that he wanted to, but the second round of Banelings coming in, I really like only using half of them and then sending in the second wave, which really is complementing his army well, working out quite well for him. DemiLove pushes this back, a few Marines on the right-hand side, and we do still see Marines streaming over for Smile, but it looks like these Banelings should be able to clear that up, but these Mutas for DemiLove really need to start moving in and take out this army before it can get into its strength.
Before it can ball up again. They will do that eventually, clear all the anti-air, and then take out quite a few of these medevacs, and that's going to be it from Smile. DemiLove takes a 1-0 lead in this push 3.
I really like that game, man. And welcome back to ASL Challenger League, round of 32, Group E. Currently in the top spawn position of Vani Research Station, we have the pink Terran playing for my insanity. It is Smile.
And his opponent is going to be the blue Zerg player spawning down in the bottom position, Vani Research Station. Representing ESC Gaming, DemiLove.
It's so kind of funny early on, just looking at both their visions with really not the Zerg player DemiLove, or the Zerg player just in general, any matchup doesn't have any more sight or any more vision, but definitely just from the very start of the game, when you send out Overlords, you can just pick up a little bit more bits of scouting information on your opponent, which is kind of a cool thing.
Yeah, and DemiLove using that to best effect, trying to obviously it's the first one, just go straight across the map to get to your opponent as fast as possible, hopefully before they have Marines out. And I mean, with a Reaper opening out Smile, it will certainly be before he has Marines out. His second Overlord, though, went on a little trip off to the side to try and see if Smile was trying to be sneaky and throw down any proxy Durax, but of course he's not. Better to be safe than sorry, though, and now DemiLove can send the other Overlords across to Natural to try and get a peek on that. But that won't happen for a good few minutes. Overlords are still pretty slow.
Yeah, definitely. DemiLove will spot that Reaper, though, and we'll have a Queen out very, very soon. Again, looks like Smile going for about the same play, putting the Reactor onto the Barracks, doing a Reaper fast expand, and then we'll put the Factory back onto that Reactor, which is what he's done every single game, and it's worked out pretty well for him, maybe in the last game making a little bit of a mistake, letting his army be spotted so easily, but looks like Smile's Reaper will spot the Natural, goes in, the Queen in a nice position, but probably won't be able to kill it. It'll be able to get out just fine with only taking one hit.
Yeah, not too bad. And most importantly, of course, it stays alive and can hop back in to scout around another day. And he's got a pretty decent chance of doing that, at least just in the main Unvinary Research Station. There's a fairly large area of him to jump up, jump down, jump around in. It's a bit more difficult to get into the Natural, though, because you have to jump up through that main area and down the ramp, but there's no way directly into the Natural for Reapers. So you get more time being visible to the Zerg player, I guess would be the best way to put it.
Yeah, definitely, and at least more time that it's sitting on creep that will allow any Lings in the base to just have a little bit extra speed, which will allow them to catch up to that Reaper, which will be good for him. We do see from DemiLove moving in with his Overlord, going to check out if the Natural is there. So far, DemiLove has not spotted the Natural yet and has not even gone to the main to see the gas, but kind of assumes what's going to come out of Smile, I think. Smile doing, as I was saying, actually, yeah, doing exactly what he's done in the other games, going into a Hellion pressure, which probably will go into Hellbats, but we do not see the armor yet because it will come along in a little while.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be Hellbats, though. Hellions are, of course, the most standard thing to get in ZVT. They're pretty much safe for the matchup.
It doesn't have to be, but this is the exact build he's done every game, and he's always gone into the Hellbat, so that's the only reason I'm saying that.
It's not a bad call. Not at all. So I absolutely wouldn't be surprised to see that armory come down in a minute and prove you right. But
Cloak coming first, though. Actually, before he was going armory into Cloak, now he's going Cloak into armory. So definitely these Banshees will be a little bit more powerful and not 100% expected by DemiLove. Getting down that Spine Crawler, trying to defend against these two Hellions now. This Queen should be able to hold it off, as you were saying. One Queen can block off this ramp, and then the second Queen should be able to come down and just support it to take out these Hellions. But I'm a little bit worried right now. Only 2 Lings, but the Spine Crawler I think should be fine to deal with these units if they can be held at the ramp. Yeah, absolutely. It looks like DemiLove is going to pull his second Queen as well. Of course, it's much easier to create a wall off with 2 Queens. With just the 1 Queen, you have to position it very, very carefully at the precise center of the ramp. Yeah. Otherwise, the Hellions just get around it. And actually, him scanning now, Smile. He's going to just clean up the creep a little bit. And this is pretty nice as well. If he can circle around and get the other creep from him, really good, but it looks like he's not going to. He's also got... Is that a medevac I see? Oh, no, that's the Banshee. Okay. Banshee.
I should learn to look at things before I just start saying their names on the minimap.
I've been learning to do that a lot with just kind of random things, like check things before you say it, so you don't kind of say it, and then you're like, well, what was the point of saying that? Yeah. No, of course it wasn't medevac anyway. We saw the Banshee being researched or being made, and it's going to come in. There is a Spore Crawler and a Queen to drive this away, but it softens up a couple of drones, gets a kill, and it can just keep on being annoying, being threatening there. A little bit more so once the Cloak is finished as well, if it can find a hold position where it's not actually in range or in vision range of the Spore Crawler especially. Moving the Spine Crawler down on the low ground I really like as well. It makes it a lot easier to start looking at this third base, and the Reaper gets cleaned up, so there we go. Yeah, I really like that aggressive move from DemiLove, just moving down very quickly. Oh, I like...
Whoa.
Oh, I was gonna say, I really love to see them catch it, and it looks like they will catch it just barely. Lings will be able to take it out. Only actually 2 Banelings going down right there, but they will take out all of those Hellions on the back of this DemiLove going into Spire off of 4 gas, so he should be quite good now. He's spent a lot into these Banelings, but he has a very, very nice bank of 900 gas. Should be able to move into them quickly. And right now for Smile, as he's done in previous games, pumping out a lot of Marines after he does this style, but it's still going to be hard to take this 3rd base, especially if he can get some creep going down on it like he got on the previous map. But
yeah, absolutely. And there we see a nice big wave of first wave nucleus along +1 attack. Little Viking is going to be clearing out some overlords, but that should be cleared out pretty well as along with the Banshee. Actually, the Banshee is taken down by the Queen. And yeah, the Mucilus is going to chase down this Viking and take it down, and then move along to join up with the rest of the force, which is looking to start denying this. Whoop! Not quite.
Ooh. Actually,
nice
yeah, I was gonna say I really liked actually just hanging one Baneling back, almost killed it. Marines of Smile going up to the supply depot, not actually moving out with this orbital command, so it is actually getting attacked a little bit by these by these Mutalisks. Viking in nice position though. Tons of Banelings moving up the ramp, taking down the first supply depot, moving in a little bit more, actually detonating on these Marines, doing a lot of damage here. Muto's not quite taking out that barracks, but still working on everything. SCVs are being pulled to attack this, but there's just not enough Marine production right now to actually deal with these Mutalisks. As soon as anything gets out, they will be killed, but 2 Widow Mines in very nice positions. DemiLove really needs to move his army, and they will actually both go down. Still great for DemiLove right here, trying to push back these SCVs, or actually the SCVs trying to push it back. DemiLove takes game 2 in a very nice aggressive stance right there.